we go. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the DC ruins. After a unintentional extended break, we're back. I had some family matters come up. Well, I don't suppose there's actually no harm in me telling you exactly what happened. Well, yeah, my father blew out his patella tendon in his leg, and, well, that kind of took precedence over videos. And unfortunately, after that, I fell ill. Nothing too serious, although I did have did lose my voice and suffered from some coughing fits, so it made things rather difficult. Now, in case you have forgotten, as I had temporarily before I went and looked up the previous video, but anywho, what we were doing, we're heading towards the Museum of Technology, where we are hoping to find the remnants of a deep space transponder to replace the radio transponder on top of, well, that thing right there. On behalf of the folks in there, so that I can so Jakey here can finally get a clue where on earth Dad is. But, you know, we're getting so slow on that. You know, he could literally be in Europe by now, or he could be in China by now, for all I know. He could have grabbed a boat to China by now. Anyways, trying to remember how best to get there. You may have noticed, the last episode ended a bit, anticlimactically, where I was sorting out a glitch with the manual reload mod for, I lined up my sights on that last there, and found that the game would not let me reload the rifle. So I had exited the game to go fix that problem. And that's the last part you guys saw. However, what wasn't saw was Mall Outpost. That's actually where I'm heading. What you didn't see is the part where I had done that, had basically uninstalled the mod because it was just causing too many glitches. The occasions where me dying because of because I was mid-reload and needed to do something were fewer and farther between than me needing my rifle or a gun or rifle and not being able to load the stupid thing. So I installed the mod, and what I did do is I kept on playing. I went on for about an hour and a half playing, and then the game crashed and corrupted all my footage, and I just showed you guys what I had at the time, because I didn't feel like going and re-recording at the time. Unfortunate. Well, that's hoping. I am, ever since leaving the Vault Dog, I think these Wastelanders are really rubbing off on me. I am really seeming to lose my ability to speak English. Me no speaky good. There's water. That's interesting. And an explosion. Handy. And that sounds like a... Hey, I want those bottle caps. Right, A is take all, not R in this game. Right. As you might be able to tell, I haven't actually played Fallout 3 since the last time I recorded. And, there's a treasure trove of bullets in here. You know, it does point a rather... There are super mutants over there. I know I'm chattering away, but I'm actually wagering the super mutants can actually hear me chattering away. So, ah, you missed, big guy, you big ugly mutant. I never get tired of that. Power fists. They are some of the most fun weapons in existence. 44 Magnum bullet. Oh. Dogmeat is unconscious. I wasn't paying attention. He knocked my dog unconscious. Okay. And unfortunately, I can't go just run over and jam a stim pack into him. Not that I'm Don't mention this to anybody, but I'm not sure I'd be willing to, spare a stim pack right now for Dougie. Where does this leave? I bet this is DuPont Circle. To the mall outpost. Nice of the whatever Brotherhood person came through here for me to, for them to signpost where I'm going. That is very helpful. So, we're heading to Museum Station there, and DuPont is right out there, so we're going through there into Metro Central. Ah, goody. The dog's awake. Hey, sweetie. You feeling better? Feel better after a quick nap? Okay. Maybe good dog. Yes, you are. Good dog. Yes. Now, I don't know if Jake would know this, or if if it made it into the recordings or not, because of crashes, bugs, and whatnot, but, the mall outpost is infested with ghouls. Hordes of them. And the main reason for that is I'm debating at the moment, but the main reason is actually my fault. Where is the Mart's Mutant Mod control panel? Yeah. Ghoul options. I set Ghoul Rampage to ×5, which increases the spawn of ghouls by 5 times. And I'm having played through the mall a few times, even with Jake on these settings. It's nearly impossible. It's made ghouls nearly impossible to deal with. However, I don't think changing the setting is actually going to stop the ghouls from being a problem. This adventure. Oh, hello. Okay. Don't mess with Dirty Jake and his 44 semi-automatic pistol. Yes, in case you are wondering, I am feeling in quite the silly mood this evening. Hope nobody minds. The lockpicking minigame. Just like war, it never changes. Just like Jake's unquenchable thirst for whiskey. Actually, no, he's probably could be quite sated by whiskey. It's just, you know. I want to stockpile that stuff. Okay, that was a bullet I didn't need to use. You know, you would have figured he'd know... Well, actually, he might have known I was coming and tried ambushing me around the corner. Although that's not really how you want to play melee, dude. You want to... What you want to do is wait lying around the corner for them to stupidly come around and then punch them. Or stab them, in your case. That way they sacrifice all their ranged advantage with their guns. Lovely, lovely stim packs. Ammunition, whiskey, right away. There's so many good stuff here. Yeah. You know, this is probably another sign that I'm just going slowly mad since I've left the vault. I'm giving advice, combat advice, to a guy I just shot in the face with a really big gun. Yeah. My gun's bigger than yours, laddo. Whoa, okay, he's got a pump action. Ow. Oh, we have company. Anybody else? I got a shotgun shells for a party of 29. Anybody else? Anybody else want to play? Ooh, Colt. Colt M1911. That's a good gun. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is still used by portions of the U.S. military, even though largely the U.S. military has adopted the Beretta. Some parts of the U.S. Army have still kept the Colt 45 and machine gun turret. Ow! 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 I think it's Stimpack time. And maybe I'll take some aspirin too. Excuse me for one moment, viewers. Okay, I'm back. And, well, I'm not sure quite what my actual dog was barking at, whether he was barking at a passing car or the fact that he was currently locked out of the room that I was in. That might have been it. Okay. There's the turret. Awesome. And I got a broken arm for it. Ow. Okay. Any more of you idiots? He says, having gotten... hello, I spot you. Okay, that is actually quite satisfying. Is that my blood on the wall, or is that... Yeah, I was shooting from there. The turret shot me from there. Okay, that's my blood on the wall. Now, do I want to use a stim pack on a, nice bandana. Ithaca. It's a good shotgun in this game. There's one problem, though, with FWE, is it has some glitches on it. It has a reload glitch on it, which makes it, you know, something I'd leave behind. Just because of its reload glitch. know? Alright, so let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I know I'm going to have to pass through Metro Central to get to the mall, unless I want to go roundabout and go at it from a different metro station on the surface, which, if the mall gives us trouble, we might just have to do that, which means this is going to take even longer to get to where I need to go. Guns, 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 guns. What do I have? That has plenty of ammunition. That has some decent ammunition. So does that. Although Jake is kind of, well, he kind of sucks with this thing. And I'm debating, do I want a stim pack on my use a stim pack on my arm, or save that for Moira's first? Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely feral ghouls. You stay right there. Okay. None of you get up. I don't care if you're faking being dead right now. I just need you to stay, you know, just stay down there, you know. It'll be better for the both of all of us here, you know. I don't have to shoot you, and we don't have to start into a, I see the grenade bundle up there. Where's the truck? You do not understand the concept of stealth, do you, dog? I'm beginning to wonder if I should have taken you. Although, given the fact that Jake hasn't put any points whatsoever into Snake, I don't think Jake understands the concept of stealth either. That, and he decided to, you know, take and do away with his silenced pistol. Metro Central. This isn't gonna be fun. Why is it a good thing I decided to save and pause the recording there? Because, well, I just walked through that door and died, and then the game crashed, and, yeah. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. All you missed was me walking through this door and getting shot by a, raider and dying. Which I'm all certain you guys really missed out on. Let me use another stim pack, and yeah. Guns. There's raiders on the other side, plus a pack of ferals. Ammunition types, ammunition types, ammunition types. I know, this is cheating a little bit that Jake would have no clue what's on the other side of that door, but you know what? When possible, cheat for your life. It's a valuable skill. Okay, no it's not, but, you know. Now I'm trying to find an in-lore justification for why Jake has all of a sudden become precognizant. Browning 9mm pistol, not useful, not useful. Colt, maybe. Damage-wise, it's probably nowhere as near, say, something like the Tommy gun, but probably I will get a lot more use out of the Colt than I will the Tommy gun. Tommy guns are all about volume of fire, where, you know, Colt's a handy-dandy sidearm. Dog, where have you gone? There you are. Okay. Fair enough. It's just, I feel like, yeah, you know, Dogmeat, you are a surprisingly realistic dog, I have to say. You're constantly getting in my way, you're constantly doing things I don't want you to do, And whenever I try to call and find where you're at, you turn up to, you know, just... You know, you just show up when I start calling for you. But you've already been waiting for me for a little while, so it makes me look like an idiot. And I hear you saying, why are you planting this grove of landmines before heading through this door? It's Metro. We're heading into Metro Central. There are ferals aplenty. Take two. Alright, pup. Once more, into the breach. So there isn't take three. You know what? I shouldn't be using it. Yeah, I'm stealth whistling. And I'm cooking this grenade. It's probably gonna go off in my hand in a second. I'm expecting somebody to open that door and for... I gotta do something about this arm. I have to. What should I do? Well, the smart thing would be to sod Moira's quest and treat right arm so I can shoot straight. I'm gonna let the raiders do the most of the shooting for me if I can. Sounds like the raiders this time spawned with non-automatic weapons. Ah, there's an assault rifle. Dog, please be quiet. You're not making this any easier, you know. Somebody kindly open that door. I'm looking to lob a grenade through it. You know, I haven't exactly thought this out if nobody opens that door. I'm just sitting here, ready to go. Run! Because that... Okay. Ah, leg's gone. Okay, he's not getting up. What about you? Alright, let's see if there's a... Ow! Why did that explode? Ah, Jake, get up. Get up, Jake, get up. Up. Or, you know, I suppose you could just die there, Jake, you know? It makes no difference to me, you know? Oh, that was a perfect waste of a bullet, wasn't it? Okay, let's give one more shot at this. Oh. Give me my right arm back. I need that right now. And I'm just gonna open fire on the first thing I see that opens that door. It sounds like they spawned with non-automatic weapons, which is not... Okay, good for them. They have automatic weapons. They might stand a chance. Yes, I am letting the raiders do the majority of the fighting for me. Because the longer they last, the, you know, less work I have. So who won the ensuing firefight? Raiders. That's actually what I wanted. Assault rifle. Excuse me, gentlemen? I need to borrow your weapons. Not your armor. You can have that back. Trust me, I don't need it. Ooh, lots of bullets. Lots of bullets for a really nice gun. Cannot repair while in combat. Well, I suppose that does sound actually quite reasonable. They're broken. Of course they're broken. Why wouldn't they be? What did I just grab? Did I just grab human flesh? No? Oh, baseball glove. Okay, that can stay right where I found it. Disgusting creatures. You know, why aren't I using night vision? I have night vision. I should probably be using it, you know? If you have the ability to see in the dark and not let your enemies see in the dark, why not use it? Please have a pile of ammunition. Oh. Oh. Wrong key. How many times do I have to relearn that? A few more, apparently. Diet Mentats. Interesting. Okay, let's make a quick save. Yeah, if this goes south, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to see if I can come at Metro Central from a different angle. I really am beginning to wish I'd brought my AK today. Huh. I was expecting a group of ghouls there. I hear all about, and it makes me reluctant to move anything other than a snail's pace. That looks like some wastelander. Dead slave. What's this? There's a note. There is a safe place. Find the Temple of the Union, where slaves are made into free men. Look to the north, near Canterbury. No clue where that would be. And if I'm not mistaken, this might be the first occasion... Not the first occasion that we've seen floating garbage, but rather the first occasion I think Jake has heard of slavery in this new wasteland. This new world he finds himself in. Okay. I can tell you this is going a lot better than previously. Previously, let's see, I just need to get to Museum Station. With attracting as little attention as physically possible. Which strikes me as a sort of occasion you'd use a stealth boy on. I don't know if a stealth boy is going to help. Okay. Just sneak. What? Yeah. That, you know, that sound is the most terrifying. Yeah, there's 3 there. Just go slowly and quietly and pray to a deity you never thought to pray to before, that they don't notice you or your dog. And if they notice the dog, and if the horde descends on it, I'm reluctant to say, please don't notice me, please don't notice me, please don't notice. They notice me! Fudge! Baby hippos. Run. Just run. Pack of wild dogs. I can deal with that. You know... Okay, cool. It looks to me like the tweak to the setting has actually worked. Oh, thank God. Oh, this is actually quite terrifying. Power fist, Jake. When in doubt, power fist. Buy one today. And stay dead. Seriously, ammunition is horribly expensive. Now, which way to the mall? That's locked. Can I open that? No. Attempt to breach lock. Never mind. You know what? I think my landmines have better uses than blowing up a lock at this point. There might be supplies, there might not be. And that's the way I need to go. 9mm. Nice. 308. Definitely nice. Ugh. You know, I have no idea if I've mentioned it, but I am sick and tired of that. Oh, thank God, I thought you were a feral. Oh, you are one lucky dog, you know that? Yeah, such a lucky dog that your owner cares enough that he modded you invulnerability. Oh, thank the Lord. Museum station. Time to save. And yes, on previous attempts, the ghoul count was so high that it made me go do... Where are the shotgun shells? I saw the... Did I unconsciously pick up the shotgun shells, or were they just fake shotgun shells? No clue. Oh, right, this is not Fallout 4. I do not need teddy bears for looting purposes. Scared of you guys, not so much.
Wait for me. Better hope I don't find you.
What about my monstrously overpowered hand cannon? Which I brought here for super mutants, but I suppose, you know, if you got an oversized, deadly hand cannon, it's hard to resist the urge to use it, you know? You know, what's a large, oversized hand cannon good for, anyways? If you don't use it. Ooh, Gradnak the Barbarian. My favorite. Who am I kidding? There's only one room in my heart for only one barbarian. And his name is Jake. Although this is Jake the Lone Wanderer, so... Okay. Hello, Raiders. Shoot and hit. You know? Maybe next time I should put yeah. And yes, before you got, I've been had tried to say, but yes, previously the ghoul count was so high, I was absolutely terrified of...
Come on, fresh.
Really? Yeah, somebody did get themselves whacked. You. Wow. Grandpa's brain tonic. Interesting. That's an interesting name for a moonshine. Just saying, gentlemen. Do I dare go into the metro car? Well, I suppose I might as well. Never know what you'll find. Am I going to take the mysterious ghost floating whiskey? Yes. Yes, I am going to take the mysterious floating ghost whiskey. Any questions? Good. Didn't think so. Can I access this one? Probably not. Yeah, I'd wager it's too crushed by, yeah. Too crushed by rubble. Can you believe that, dog? I just temporarily forgotten the word rubble. Just exited out of my head, completely forgotten about. And I believe earlier I was trying to make a point, trying to say that the ghoul hordes were at such a high number. Yes, I was that legitimately terrified of running into the hordes of ferals. And now they seem a whole lot weaker and actually manageable. Is that a... yeah, that looks to be somebody's head, but it's no longer attached to a body. So, you know, no worries there. Seems awfully bright, and then again, there's a hole up to the surface, so... Come out, wherever you are, reader. Hit the concrete. Hit the... insert generic cuss word here, concrete. Okay, where did that bullet even go?
It's go time!
You wanna go you wanna punch up with Jake and the mighty Power Fist? I don't recommend it. So, where was Miss I wanted to go punch? You had tried to fit 45 bullets into a 44 Magnum revolver. I suppose you wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Oh, thanks for the ammunition. I was running low there for a moment. And no, I don't know why I went into my Irish/Scottish accent there. And the reason I'm undecided as to which accent it is, well, yeah, yeah. It tends to go somewhere in between. Okay. Nothing in the ticket booth.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Fire! 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 Ow! You chew on his corpse for me, dog. Ah. Break my arm? Did he break? He broke my arm and my leg. Leg. Cancel treatment. I'm going to live with the, Oh, sorry, dog. I meant to punch the nasty man who broke my leg and my arm. I know, that was an expensive waste of ammunition, but I don't care. It made me feel better, okay? Actually, no, I don't know. Shut up. Nuka-Cola. After our visit to the, finally, Museum of History. Or... was it history or technology we're heading for? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Technology. It was technology. I remember now. Huh, that's an interesting music set. I've never heard that music set before. Kind of interesting. Museum of History. You know what? I'm just glad to see the sun after all that metro crawling. Oh, mutated horrors and abominations. Interesting. Excuse me. Yeah, I was about to say, haven't you seen me? But it's Jake, so of course she's already seen me. I think it's a she. Excuse me.
Another human with a death wish. Welcome to the mall, tourist.
Yeah. Why are you standing out here? They're super mutants. What are you doing?
Those knuckle draggers? Nah, they don't bother us ghouls. Maybe they see us as kin or something, I don't know.
Or
Those
maybe
other
they don't like the
assholes.
taste. Other...
Yeah, you know, those humans like you. Well, maybe not like you, I don't know, but humans all the same.
Okay,
The
I
brotherhood
hate
of
being
steel
lumped
guys
in
with their
with...
testosterone and power armor. Those Psycho Talon Company mercs.
met them?
Those
I
other
don't think actually
assholes.
Jake has met, so... No offense, where'd you come from?
Nice to meet you too. I'm the sentry for Underworld. City of ghouls. Inside the museum. For a tourist, you're pretty clueless. My name's Willow, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Willow. Did you say City of Ghouls?
Sure did. Underworld. It's right inside the Museum of History, then through the big skull.
Huh.
Most of the residents ain't crazy about humans, but they'll sell to you, fix you up so long as your caps are good and you ain't a ghoul hater.
Fair enough. I'm not a tourist. Well, no, I'm not a tourist, but I am rather clueless.
Come on, here you are in the mall of our nation's fine capital, taking in the sights, visiting the monuments.
Being horribly mauled by
Face it,
ghouls, shot at
you're
by
a
super
tourist.
mutants, and, you know, yeah, I have to go.
Till next time, sightseer.
And that is the Museum of Technology right over there. One step closer, and it looks like I found a safe harbor. Although who would have thought as the underworld would ever be called a safe harbor?